Everyone, welcome to HackerRank. Myself Karthik Ponnusamy. Today we are going to see one of the interesting challenge in Java coding with respect to if-else. Okay, so if-else is something like a conditional statement, right? So which let's say you want to drive your execution of a program based on some condition. So how you want to drive it? Let's say if something is matching this condition, then you have to take this path. If it is not matching, then you have to take alternate path, right? If you guys see my screen here, so if something like you want to give some conditional statement here, if that condition is matching, let's say if a equal to true, whenever the condition a is matching, then it will take this path and it will go to b, else it will take c, right? That's a logic behind if else. So now let's talk about our task here. So our task is we have to find a solution to find a way to drive your flow of your application or the logic of your program in a way that based on your input you have to find your you have to check your condition and then take your next execution. So here the question here is, let's say you are taking integer n, and if the value is odd, then you have to print as weird. If the value is even number, the value which you are taking as input is even number, and also it is inclusive range. Inclusive range means equal to, right? Let's say between 2 and 5 means 2 greater than or equal to 2 and less than or equal to 5, like that, right? And then similarly for range of 6 to 20, you have to print as weird, and greater than 20 means you have to print as not weird. Let's see how to write this. So as I said here, right? So first of all, we are going to take the input from the user. So the input from the user, let's say you are getting it as n, right, from the scanner. So now you want to check this condition. So how to check this condition? So I have to say first if I want to use it, if the n value is odd or not, right? Let's say I have to say if n modulo division 2 equal to 1, which means it has some remainders, right? Whenever there is a remainder, which means that number is an odd number, right? So when there is odd number, then I have to print as weird. You guys see here, my logic should either go to either if or else or other conditions, right? So finally I have to write print it as weird or not weird, like that. So for that I can do one thing. I can declare a string my answer is equal to empty string. Okay, now I can assign a value to this variable based on different looping, right? Sorry, based on different logic, right? So here if the value is odd number, then I can assign the value for this particular variable is equal to weird, right? I can copy this weird here. Okay, else if it is not odd number, right? Again there is some condition check here. If it is even, and again inclusive range of 2 to 5. Inclusive range of 2 to 5 means again I have to check if n is greater than or equal to 2 and n is less than or equal to 5. If that is the case, then I have to print my answer equal to not weird as not weird. Okay, is good. Now, okay, if else is correct, then again one more if, right? Now, again, even in the case of even, again if the range is from 6 to 20, then again what we have to do? We have to write as print it as weird statement, right? So if n is greater than or equal to 6 and n is less than or equal to 20, my answer equal to weird. Now there is one more check. Even if it is even number and greater than 20, then I need to print as not weird. So it's kind of like different logics within this else, right? If n is greater than 20, again my answer is equal to not weird. So finally my logic will go in either of this condition, and then first finally I have to print it saying that my answer, right, either one of these, right? Let me start and then let the code see the execution of the code. Okay, cool, all the test case gets passed, right? So if I say 3, it is weird, right? If you give some different number, let's say 24, it's not weird. So if you see 24, it's not weird, right? So this is how like we have to find a way to write our logic to make our conditional statement decision in with respect to if and else. I hope you guys like this video. Please hit the thumbs up button, and if you guys want to have some more additional coding challenge with respect to any topics in Java, please put in your comments. I'm more than happy to take the topic and do some coding challenge with that, so that like we will all get to know how to work efficiently on that programming language. Thank you guys. We'll see you in the next challenge. Thank you.